3, 2, 1.
Yeah, that's a fantastic way to wrap things up today. I appreciate you guys coming on. We do have a final questionnaire that is inspired by the Inside the Act Studio. Off the top of your head, what comes first?
Boom. Okay.
So
take a big pull of this first. Give me some brain power.
What is your favorite TV show?
I knew it. I knew it was gonna be something like that. Please don't make me do that.
Damn. Of all time?
Oh my god. Favorite show.
Ooh. New Girl or Schitt's Creek?
Breaking Bad.
The Expanse.
Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Okay, yeah, I'll go with that.
Does it have to be one, or it can be like 5, 6?
The Office.
The Office is my favorite show, but if we're thinking about like something currently, Ted Lasso.
Okay.
I love Ted Lasso.
The Office.
Always.
I didn't even have to think about it.
The X-Files.
Me, seasons 1 through 5 of Green Arrow.
Friday Night Lights. Currently, I would say Firefly.
The Wire.
I was going to say The Crown. So fantastic. One of the best shows I've ever seen.
Lost.
I think we knew that one.
I don't think I've ever mentioned it on camera. I don't know. The Walking Dead.
It's really hard to think of a show other than The Walking Dead. I knew it.
Okay. Like Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul, Attack on Titan, Avatar: The Last Airbender,
Full Metal.
I'll put Fullmetal Alchemist then. That one, yeah. Fullmetal Alchemist.
Still up there.
Okay, I'm gonna say this. I love Ben 10. This is not like my actual favorite show, but it's also like a guilty pleasure of mine. Like I loved Ben 10 growing up.
And Vinland
Battlestar
Saga.
Galactica, Vinland Saga now.
Obvious Gilmore Girls.
Such a hard question.
That's the one with the guy. The guy that's not Magneto. The other one.
Oh, Star Trek TNG Next
Generation.
Generation.
And then he's like Captain's Log 2175.
Oh man, I love this show. Money Heist. The original Money Heist.
Yeah.
That show.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I'll go Game of Thrones. No show has ever made me feel the things that I felt while watching Game of Thrones.
I grew up watching Smallville. That show ran parallel with my life. I feel like things that happened would similarly happen in my life, and I was like, what is this? Is this show? Am I reenacting the show, or is the show reenacting me? What's happening here?
Right now, as it stands, it's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. It is a diamond in the rough. It's better than any of the Marvel movies. I'll make that claim, and that'll probably annoy a lot of comic book fans.
This is a joke in our in our comments. No one asked me my top favorite. I don't know how to answer that.
Yeah.
But like those are the tops.
Honestly.
And then similarly, what is your favorite film?
Jesus Christ.
Jeez.
Oh.
This is such a easy question. You always hear, but it's the hardest to answer.
I agree.
Oh man.
Naked Gun 33 1/3.
That's your favorite film?
Of all time.
All time. Yeah.
I have ones in categories. Like I have my favorite Disney film, which is like The Lion King. I have my favorite like anime film, which is Your Name. But like film altogether, I don't actually know. I don't think I can answer that.
I would probably just go with Jurassic Park. I think that's the safest one. It's definitely the most impactful, and I think it's one of those movies that just holds up. Plus, I was a dinosaur kid growing up, so
I'll make it easy. I was just about to say.
Whiplash.
I don't have...
Kung Fu
Panda!
Titanic.
The Crow.
The Dark Knight.
Oh, The Dark Knight, of course.
Matrix.
For the longest time, it was the first Matrix.
Princess Bride, Galaxy Quest, Terminator 1.
Lord of the Rings, but also I think The Breakfast Club.
It's definitely one of the Lord of the Rings films, but I always go back and forth between The Fellowship and Return of the King. I'd probably say on balance it would be Fellowship.
Moulin Rouge.
Titanic, every Mark Wahlberg film, the first Avatar. What was the football one? Oh, Varsity Blues.
You know what? I'm gonna say The Burbs. It's just it's been a comfort movie for me so much through the hospital stuff. So The Burbs.
I loved it Before Sunrise, the trilogy. That was great.
Oh, that's great. Yeah.
Chungking Express by Wong Kar-wai.
Faces by John Cassavetes, 1968. Amazing deconstruction of relationships of people.
Favorite film or film that maybe was most influential for me was A New Hope.
The Empire Strikes Back.
Return of the Jedi is my favorite movie of all time.
Babe Too Big in the City. I know that was lit. That was a kind of a curveball, huh?
Yeah. What stresses you out?
Everything.
Everything.
The short answer would be what doesn't.
Better question is what doesn't stress me.
Fair, yeah.
My uni course. That stresses me out. Exams stress me out big
very
time.
fair.
Student loans, kids.
Deadlines.
Yeah.
Low views. Connectivity issues. OBS crashing.
Not being able to release the amount of content that we want to.
The audience. No, actually, it's not the audience. It's not the audience. It's the copyright issues. That stresses me out more than anything.
Videos getting blocked without a clear explanation why.
We have a video edited. It's ready to go. I'm really excited about it. I put it out and it gets copyright claimed. That's super stressful because you have to go back, re-edit it, figure out what's wrong, and then re-upload it, and it gets copyright claimed again, and then it's just like it's a mess.
A mess, like when things are messy in my home or in my head.
Like I have to make if I have to call the bank, that stresses me out.
I agree.
Like if I have to make that stresses me out. Like I need to prepare mentally to do these things.
Yeah.
Getting in trouble.
Yeah.
Or thinking I'm going to get in trouble or
and it's kind of ironic that our name is called Late to the Party. Being late to anything.
Oh,
that stresses me out.
He's sitting right next to me.
Jaby.
Jaby makes you.
Yeah, he stresses me out because of all those things. And then he comes to me and he's like, ah!
Negative people. And that you can go so far with that comment.
Because I've ranted so much about this on stream. Yeah, that does stress me out. I see it. It's way too common these days. And that does stress me out.
The children.
Taking care of my family is my biggest stress.
Yeah.
Making sure from my point of view, everything that I'm doing is providing them to have the best future possible.
The unknown, that stresses me out. What's going to happen to this channel next year? What's going to happen to me next year? Am I going to have to change up my entire job? How can I maintain Twitch? Is it even worth being partnered with Twitch? Is Kick a better solution? Is Kick going to be around next year?
The pressure of time. We did this trailer reaction. 12 hours after the trailer came out, I got to get this video up as fast as I can, but I got to spend the next 30 minutes making a thumbnail. The passage of time and time management, anything revolving time, I feel like is a little bit of a stressor in my life sometimes.
Myself.
Overthinking?
Yeah, I'd say my own indecision.
Not having something to do.
I can get very down on myself. I've been trying to do that a little bit less.
I don't know what I want to have for dinner. I don't know where I want to go today. I get frustrated at myself. And if I was just a little bit more decisive, I'd probably save myself a whole lot of trouble.
Yeah, I feel like if I'm idle for too long, if I don't have something to do or something to work on, or if I'm not doing something for somebody, that stillness makes me very uneasy. Not a fan. So yeah, probably standing still.
If I feel like I'm not doing something as full to the potential that I'm capable, I think that's something that kind of irks me a little bit. That and drivers from Wisconsin.
What helps you relax?
I don't think I can answer that on camera.
Oh no.
Not weed. Can't get that out of here.
Other than alcohol,
wine. Wine is helpful.
Video games.
Video games, it mellows me out.
Sometimes turning on a video game, sometimes it just generates way more stress.
A very chill video game. It's games that you don't have to necessarily think too much about.
For me, streaming and doing videos helps me relax.
Ironically, somewhat the same stuff. Just producing content.
Anymore, just like kicking back and just honestly watching other people's reactions to stuff.
Yeah.
Either music or my mom.
For me, it's just spending time with my family, going on vacations with them.
Being with my dog.
Meditating. I do a lot of meditating. Good to sort of wind down and chill.
Doing nothing, honestly. I'm a big fan of downtime. Like maybe have some music going, like not necessarily anything on the screen, just sit there and quiet my mind.
Like I have a playlist for every possible scenario. Different voices for different vibes. Some music as well, yeah.
The Office.
Music. The Office.
The Office.
Taylor Swift.
TV shows.
TV shows, yeah. Just a good TV show.
It's a series or a movie that I've seen before and that I'm just like a warm, comfortable soup almost.
put on something that I know the ending, because then I don't have to worry about anything that's going to happen. And if it's an episode that is going to make me feel more anxious, then I skip that episode.
Watching anime. That helps me relax. I also like to read books is a big thing as well for me. I like to do that.
I love to be able to just sink into the couch and put on a feel-good movie. I like to just sort of escape for a couple hours and not worry about time, not worry about my phone.
Going to the movies, that's my therapy. That helps me relax. Going to the theater helps me ignore what's going on outside of those doors.
Whose line is it anyway? And working out.
Gym. Going to the gym helps me relax.
That's true.
I would say jujitsu is my comfort. Something that I bake into my schedule. As I say, you need some personal time for your schedule.
Yeah, having a good conversation with a friend, and doing some self-care, like taking a bath and giving myself a facial or something. Yeah, it's very nice.
Gardening and your nails.
Oh, that's true.
I just love talking with people. I love talking with I whoever it is, just like the gift of gab, storytelling. Like if somebody really speaks to you and you're really charmed by somebody, I think that it can be like, that's the biggest serotonin hit that you can ask for.
Or I love truthfully spending one-on-one time with a friend, a group of friends, or my girlfriend, and we go to dinner, we just unwind for the night, and it's quality time. I'm not worried about anything that's happening in the outside world.
Just going out, hanging out with industry friends and just talking about this kind of stuff tends to help a lot.
What is a hobby or passion you have outside of TV and film?
I love to travel. I like to go to Europe with my friends and my family. I just did that over the summer. That was an incredible time. Right. I love to just explore new cultures, new people. I love meeting new people.
I really like to draw and paint. So if you look at some of our old videos, I used to put some like paintings in the background. Yes.
I love food.
Yeah, that's great.
Although I was just thinking today, I'm like, I really need to start trying to do things that are not food related on my downtime, but I think about food all the time.
DJing has been something very recently that I kind of got into. Another pandemic type of a thing that I kind of started to focus on. I was doing stuff on my Twitch every Saturday. It's one of those things where you're just like, God damn it, do I have to monetize literally everything that I like?
Yeah.
Lego.
You like building Lego.
Yeah, I like building Lego too.
Yeah, he's got over here, there's like a whole display of all this Lego that he's bought. Yeah. And he put it high enough so that the kids can't touch it.
Video games has always been the one. I would say like riding bikes with my friends. I don't do that anymore, but I did it like crazy in the past and it was amazing back then, but now I just get tired thinking about it.
I mean, I'm huge into sports. Football or soccer, for those of you over in the US, is probably my biggest passion.
I love ice hockey. I love going to the Kings games. I'm not a fan of Anaheim, but I'll go to their games if they're playing a team that I like.
Sports. In university, I actually ran cross country. I did track, and I was on the volleyball team. So I loved it.
Wow.
Justin was a soccer player.
I haven't trained in a while, but I love flipping. That's one of the things I'm like supremely passionate about. On Instagram, I will just watch people flipping all the time because I love what you can do with your body.
I love watching the kids. Because my oldest plays softball, my youngest does gymnastics.
It would be being able to be on that dirt with my oldest daughter and with those other kids and being able to coach and teach. And
yeah, because it's not just our daughter, it's all the kids I love.
Right. Yeah. It's rock climbing. I rock climb in my spare time.
I'm really into like squash, and I've been really into like tech and like finance.
I'm also a huge gearhead. I own way too much gear in terms of like lenses and cameras and computers.
Sound
equipment. Like I love computers and camera stuff, like all that.
Photography too is a really big one, but I kind of lump that together a little bit with film and television because they're similar in some ways.
For like storytelling, books. I think that's like.
I honestly just got into the books last year,
and I
wasn't reading it.
I was reading everything. I was literally reading everything, and like Milena was, reading here and there, and now Milena is reading everything, and I'm like trying to finish one book.
Yeah, I'm reading at least 5 books every month.
She's like
that's
making
so much
up for
me,
spent time.
Yeah, I love reading. I've always loved it. It's always something that I've been really a big fan of, and
I still read to this day, which is something that I think I'll always keep doing. I think it's a nice different kind of media to enjoy, which is very different from any other kind of media.
I feed stray animals per day. I have a trunk full of cat food and dog food. And it sounds crazy, it sounds unrealistic, but I come across a lot of stray animals in Philly. And I take a risk sometimes, but I open up a can and I feed them. I don't search for them, but I like to see, if I come across them, I'm like, I have food in my trunk. I'm ready.
They find them. I like to make these mini race car slot sort of things.
Wow.
You put these on these giant tracks tracks, and you race them around. And this is just kind of cool. Like, this is my little hobby here. My father was the one who got me into all this sort of nerd stuff to begin with, and almost named me after a Star Wars character. We used to sit up here and make like models and plastic PVC models and stuff. And would paint them and everything. And so it kind of reminds me of that pastime.
Concerts, they've always been one of my biggest loves. My first show ever was a band called McFly. My dad, God bless him, he had to sneak me in. I think it was an over 16s gig and I was 11. Like last week I ditched my whole family for Harry Styles and I was like, sorry, but I'm not at all. I'm going.
What is your guilty pleasure show or film?
Ooh, guilty pleasure show or film?
Great question. Kakiguri, gambling. I think it's called Gambling High School or Gambling University or something like that.
You're really nice. I think I cast as a guilty pleasure. I love that anime way more than I should.
I love watching drama on YouTube. All the drama channels. I know all the tea.
I love fail videos. I love fail videos. I will go, if I'm chilling or hungover or whatever it is, and I'm I'm either feeling whatever or kind of down, I'm just like, let's watch a guy in a bear suit get racked in the nuts like a couple of times or whatever it is.
I don't know if you've ever seen this show called New Girl.
Oh, yes.
Gilmore Girls.
Ain't a guilty pleasure. That's a good show.
Right there.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to go and give that one to Riverdale. That show is still
really.
Yeah, it's so goofy.
High School Musical.
Yeah.
I was a show choir kid in school, so like when that came out, that was around the sweep of it.
Hot to Trot. I love Hot to Trot. And people think it's probably so stupid.
The first Tomb Raider movie, I'd watch that a lot.
Yeah, you really love those Tomb Raider movies.
Not the second one, but the first one.
Okay, the first Tomb Raider movie.
I've seen this one get a lot of hate, and I never understand why, but Constantine, the film with Keanu Reeves, I've just always been interested in the idea of heaven and hell being portrayed on screen.
I always bring this up. Batman and Robin. People are always like poo-pooing on that movie. I'm like, you know what? That movie knew what it was doing. Yeah. That movie knew it was a toy commercial. Joel Schumacher knew he was doing a campy 60s Adam West, Burt Ward style movie. And I kind of love it for that.
Oh, no, I have reality shows. Love Island, Love is Blind. Anything. Like, that is my perfect... I just, like, sit down if I need to relax and, like, turn off my brain. Great. Yeah. Like, I love it.
I don't like reality. I really don't. I have zero interest. But somehow I stumbled into Love is Blind. It's the only... Like, to give you an idea, the last reality show I watched was American Idol.
90 Day Fiancé.
90 Day Fiancé.
Yeah.
The Love is Blind.
Love is Blind.
Those like reality shows, those Netflix reality shows.
I can't believe I didn't say my favorite show. I just really remembered it. MTV's The Challenge.
Singles Inferno. Singles Inferno is just a dumb reality show, but I watch it with my wife, and we enjoy it. We know it's probably fake. There ain't much going. Like, we know it's fake. We know the drama is hyped up for a particular reason, but it's just kind of a nice little show to watch and take a break from. Not everything needs to be so serious.
What profession would you like to try other than reacting?
I've never really settled on one. I was like all over the place thing growing up. Like, I want to do this, that, this, and that.
Like, if I could tell my young self something and actually get it to like stick and mean something, learn music, bitch. Like, learn music. Learn how to sing, learn how to play the guitar, learn that goddamn piano. Learn it, because it will pay off in dividends later on.
I wish I was really smart.
That's not a profession, but I guess that's more of like a superpower.
No, listen.
When I was very young, I wanted to be a doctor.
Psychiatry or psychology. I'm interested in how people perceive things and how their brains work.
There was a long time I wanted to become a counselor. I wanted to work with the youth. So like young adults, teens. I really was interested in that, and I still kind of am. I got accepted into college for that, actually.
We are studying for software engineering. Yeah. Both of us are getting degrees in that. But like what I would also, besides that, really like want to kind of get into is editing as well, but like more seriously, like not like necessarily maybe YouTube. I would like to find something, because like I always enjoyed editing as well, and so like I would like to maybe branch out a bit in that as well. I would like to try that.
Yeah, something maybe behind the scenes in the movies and stuff like that. Maybe the directing, that would be great. I mean, I don't know much about that.
Yeah, but that's just like that just sounds like something
like I would enjoy,
very
honestly.
Good.
Acting.
Acting. I would love to get back into acting and do way more of that. I've done it in years. But no, like more specifically, what I would really love to do is voice acting.
I don't know. I've thought about trying to make something myself and dabble into it. It's still kind of like what I was doing before what kept me from diving headfirst into this when I really got the itch to initially start. I'm kind of right there with that. I was like, I talk about it enough. Could I make some?
Film historian, but more so filming locations. Like, maybe I thought about that.
There you go.
Like,
you could.
They were hiring that at like old.
I used to be like into like interior design. I had a thought of doing that once. Also being a fashion designer, but I'm really bad at art, so I couldn't do that, I don't think.
If I were to do anything else, if it wasn't entertainment related, I'd probably be a lawyer.
Yeah, you're good at arguing.
I'm very passionate about arguing and debating people.
I always wanted to be an esthetician, but that's
really?
I don't. It's not like exciting or anything. But
I would still love to interview athletes.
If I could pick anything today, it would probably be a video game streamer.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
because being able to do that full time would just be so much fun.
Oh man, this is like my dream job.
This is his dream, yeah.
This is it. Like making this more successful, making our podcast really successful.
Yeah. He's living the dream.
Yeah, I'm living the dream right now.
What show or film gave you your favorite reaction experience on the channel?
Oh, that's an excellent question.
The big one and our most popular video, The Mandalorian Chapter 16.
Mandalorian in many places, but I think, as a lot of people will attest to, that the season 2 finale, it's truly a rare moment when you get to sit down and be genuinely shocked at something that's happening on screen. For me, it was an emotional moment, and I can count the amount of times I've cried on camera on my hand. Whenever it does happen, it's a big moment, and that was one of those moments.
I think it's going to be a toss-up between The Mandalorian Season 2 and maybe WandaVision. I would say that those two shows, I think, were probably the biggest, most like, oh my god, sort of a reaction because it was so unexpected.
There's a couple, but My Hero Academia Season 3, Episode 4, the Deku versus Muscular fight, oh my god, right. That was like pure euphoria. That was amazing. I was literally like losing my mind.
My Hero Academia Season 3, All Might is doing an apology tour. And I guess me also being a teacher, I felt that. And he's on his hands and knees crying. And definitely one of the rarest times an anime has made me feel that emotional. Like, that was rough. Like, still thinking about it today. It was really good.
Probably Attack on Titan. No other reaction series has been quite like that. With how, the comments that came out of it, the views, the experience.
Attack on Titan. Yeah, Attack on Titan maybe. Because there was so many shocking things were happening.
Also
so
Vikings.
Yeah.
I think Vikings as well.
I'd say, I don't know,
Stranger Things.
I think for me, probably Stranger Things, because that whole journey was something that I always remember from even the trailers and how that was to lead into the show.
It was actually last year when we did it, but it was the whole thing with Max
running up that hill.
That whole sequence. I'm just like,
because I'm an 80s baby, so seeing that kind of aesthetic always gets me.
Squid Game? That's the only one that kind of keeps. I'm thinking about shows, and I think that one, and maybe Invincible.
Avatar: The Last Airbender. There's nothing else like it now. Now it's a 9 to 5, and that's great.
But back then it was still in that little bottle experience of us growing the channel, and we did it at like 10 p.m. at night after getting high, drinking, and it was just like the most relaxed, chill way to watch, and it felt very much organic.
Dark. I didn't know anything about that show. I didn't even know the main premise, which was set up at the end of the episode, which I still think you shouldn't know going into it.
I would say, and even though the video quality is so crap on it, I would say Cobra Kai. And Miguel takes the plunge. And like I was just blown away that they did something like that in a Cobra Kai show.
For audience reception, it might be Jurassic Park. I had the 3 back-to-back scares, and I banged the microphone, and it went up. It was like the dinosaur came out from behind the girl's head. It scared me.
I mean, my personal favorite experience reacting to something with Nikki was Haunting of Hill House.
Nice.
That one specific jump scare that y'all know about.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
One of my, like, watching scary stuff with Nikki in general. Like, she beats the shit out of my arm, and I love it.
That sounds like I'm abusive.
You're not gonna. I'm
gonna end up on the drama channel.
I'm good.
That's what the jujitsu's for.
I embrace it. I welcome it. I think I have a blast watching scary stuff with Nikki.
One of my favorite ones ever is we did a reaction to the first Twilight movie, and watching my partner Amelia realize that the sparkly vampires thing was literal. Like really hard, like just completely lose her shit. It was like, wait, they're literally sparkly, and it's like, yes, literally. What the f did you think I meant? You know what I mean? Like, whatever. And that moment, one of my top moments ever on the channel.
Probably The Last of Us. I feel like it reawoken like my obsessive love for TV. I woke up one morning to see that Pedro had followed me on Instagram. I'd loved him since Game of Thrones, especially because, like, you know, Oberyn, he was one of my first experiences with a bisexual character on TV. And that was just hugely impactful to me at, I don't know, I was 14 or 15.
I mean, we can see obviously the poster behind you, how important that might be.
I don't see anything behind me, no. I'm very chill. I don't have nothing behind me. The Last of Us will always be special for that reason. For many others, but that reason too.
What film or show do you wish you could erase from your memory and react to for the first time on camera?
Oh, fantastic question.
Oh, I thought we were going somewhere dark with that I could erase to, like, never watch it. I was like, ooh, there's some of them.
Well, in terms of just erasing from my memory, Batman versus Superman.
It's a good question.
Totally from your, like, you've never seen it?
Yeah.
I would love to have had fresh eyes for Harry Potter. That was devastating.
Yeah, that's 9 movies though.
No,
the whole thing. That counts. Eight movies.
There's so many. It's like Back to the Future, Ghostbusters.
Sure.
You know, like like Men in Black, like all of those like stuff that
Sixth Sense.
Sixth Sense.
Yeah.
Like the ones that have like twists.
I think watching The Departed for the first time. Yeah, that elevator scene at the end, like.
Everything Everywhere All at Once. I love that movie so much. If I could shoot a completely fresh reaction to it, I think I would love to.
I wish I could. You know what? I wish I could have watched Your Name. Watch that fresh for the first time again. Just the moment that a certain thing happens, like halfway through the film, it was like 5 minutes of like teardrops, like on the left eye and then the right eye and left eye. You know, so
Scott Pilgrim versus the World. I was one of the few people that actually went to the theater to watch it.
Scream. That's just in life, dude. I want to erase Scream from my memory so I can re-experience Scream again.
I think for me it's Whiplash, just because I was so caught off guard by that movie. I couldn't anticipate any move in Whiplash. It was like I was doing chess with the movie, and it was destroying me.
I would say John Wick 1, or it's a movie called Dragged Across Concrete. It's a weird crime film. It was like a 3-hour movie, and I put it on at like midnight. So I was like, it's 3 hours. I'll divide this up. Next thing you know, it's like 2:30 in the morning, and I'm almost done with this movie. and yeah, there's a moment in it where I was like, just by myself. I can't believe that. I was like freaking out.
Avatar, The Last Airbender. Another surprise. You know, I sat there and thought, a show on Nickelodeon from 10 years ago. I'm a little bit wary, but no, that got me from the very beginning.
One of them I've always wished I could do is just all of Attack on Titan, like from the beginning. I wish I could have done that.
Right. I think Dark, because I watched Dark, she didn't watch Dark, and everyone wanted us to watch Dark, and I do think that would have been great for reactions. Also Leftovers, I think.
Yeah,
We
I
love
wanted to say Leftovers as well. Or Lost. I watched Lost and I wish we had reactions for that.
I guess it'd have to be Lost.
Yeah, one more time.
I'm sorry.
I think it would still be Game of Thrones, even though people are soured by the last season or the last couple of seasons. Although, like, maybe, you know, erasing that from my mind, not knowing that I'm going to be disappointed again by the end. Ending, maybe that's not the best answer, but yeah, I'll stick with it.
Breaking Bad. I would love to re-experience that again, you know, because
That's good,
that's a show that's up there for sure.
My pick would be Dexter.
True Blood.
Yeah. Her anxiety and just freak out moments
I
watching
have
that
to walk
show.
away sometimes. I'm like, I can't watch this. I can't watch this with you.
That would have been so much fun.
Yeah.
To be able to do the original Dexter.
Maybe Lord of the Rings. The movies, the 2 trilogies, I'd love to erase and get to experience for the first time. Or maybe Twilight. I think the idea of sitting down to watch Twilight for the first time in 2023, that would be a trippy experience.
I would say The Dark Knight. The Dark Knight. But the problem is, you cannot watch The Dark Knight now with the same context. It was just a perfect storm situation.
Avengers Infinity War. I wish that I could forget it and watch it and just enjoy it all over again without knowing what's going to happen.
I would say Infinity War and Endgame because I consider them one movie.
It would be Infinity War and Endgame.
Avengers Endgame, probably. In most recent years, Avengers Endgame.
I mean, we watched the movie in theaters together, and we were out of our seats yelling.
We got to see it on the Disney lot, and it was a press screening, and then you have 3 idiots in the row. Pick up the hammer! Pick up the hammer! Say assemble! Yeah, so Avengers Endgame would have been a really, really good one.
What advice would you give to your past self when you first started the channel?
Oh, how long do I have?
I've asked people that question before, but I don't think I've ever been asked it. How dare you put me in the seat that I put others in?
Start sooner. Do it. Stop being a little and do it.
Get into YouTube.
Do YouTube. Yeah, get into YouTube earlier.
Always say yes. Everything, and you look at all of the good things that happened to us was because all of these people said yes, because they said sure, because they were open to it.
The biggest thing is to take chances. I was such a perfectionist that I wouldn't do something. And the thing is, the more that you're a perfectionist, and this happens to a lot of people, because you're like, all the stars have to, or the planets have to align. It's got to be just right. Meanwhile, someone else who's just like you, but doesn't have your inhibition, is just doing it again and again and again and again and getting it done.
Yeah.
And being better because they have more experience because they're getting it done and they're getting more successful while you're toiling away trying to make something perfect. They're just doing it.
Get a better camera and a
mic
faster.
immediately.
And like get a new laptop. It's gonna make exporting faster.
Improve. Get a damn light, you know, so people can see your face.
Get things faster and don't like think too much like, oh well, what is the best thing to get? Just like get at least something. Like start from somewhere and then like it's gonna be easier to like switch it out, like get a better mic or whatever.
The editing, all the other stuff will come as you learn how to do it. I think if you can sit down, get comfortable talking with the camera, there's going to be a little bit of a barrier there once you get out there because there's an uncomfortability. So there's something where you just got to get used to it, stretch your muscles, and I think once you get to a point, you'll just be able to flow right through it.
If you have a passion for something and you really enjoy it, just do it, because you're only slowing yourself down by not taking that first step and that first leap to just trying.
Just experiment, especially early on. Like if you are trying to do YouTube and no one knows who the heck you are, that's the perfect time to screw up. You're gonna screw up. Like just accept that you'll screw up and learn from it and move on from there and just try to learn from your screw ups and not to make those same mistakes. And if you do, it's okay.
If it fails, that's not that big of a deal. It's like the first time it's like back when I was in college and I was boxing and stuff, like the first time I got punched like full on in the face, I was so afraid. And then it happened, and then I didn't die immediately and, you know, like, and crumple into a ball or whatever it was. And then I was like, oh, okay. So, all right, well, that's what that is. It was all a learning experience, and it was all because we said yes.
Just keep taking chances. Stop being afraid. Just go and take those chances.
Yeah. Fail forward.
take your time with it. Don't rush things.
Be more patient, because I used to snap on things. I go back and look at it now, I'm like, Jesus Christ, why are you doing this? I'm talking to myself.
Take your time. You know, you don't need to do 7 to 10 videos a week, because people will appreciate it one way or another.
Consistency. Just be consistent. I mean, even if it's like putting one video out a week and you're just starting out, just having that consistent video upload will just do wonders for your channel.
Don't beat yourself up so much if something doesn't get done according to what you think it should be done a certain way. I still stress myself out about certain moments, about not getting a video out when I wanted to. Not even like the community demanding it be posted. It's me being like, I want to get this post, like, hurry up, get it posted kind of thing.
There's no need to try and force it, and I think that's what I tried when I was first starting out. It was all about trying to catch on to that momentum, thinking that if I lost it, I'd never get it back. And I think with YouTube, a lot of people find that there's lulls and there's highs, and it's just about taking your time with things and, you know, just finding what works for you. So that's what I would say.
Just chill out. Like, when it gets done, it gets done. It's gonna be okay.
Right.
If a video gets a copyright claim, it doesn't mean that you can't try again.
Tell myself to learn more about editing, you know, and that way I can help out more. That's what I would tell the earlier version of myself. Learn.
Make more connections early on, like start the networking. Like, I was kind of an island for the first like 3 full years of doing this. I didn't really communicate with any other creators. And as soon as I did, it was largely beneficial, not just for technical knowledge and sharing of expertise, but also just entering into the community. A lot of the things I've learned has just been from cold contacting, like someone whose video I liked and was like, hey, I watched this video, how did you do that? And like, people will respond.
Assemble a team of like-minded individuals to share the channel with. The audience loves that shared space of being in a group.
Listen to people more. Be more agile. Don't be so rigid in your logic or like your actions. You know, be flexible. Whether that's trying new things, not being afraid to drop new things in terms of content, strategies, leaning into more what others are doing and sort of absorbing what they're doing. Appreciate it, and then having your own spin on it, I think, is what I would say.
Probably to just be a bit bolder.
Be more confident.
Learn as quick as possible to be comfortable with being honest with yourself, because I wasn't always as strongly honest as I am now on camera, but I think I've learned a lot from watching other people work, because I've noticed that, like, oh, these people don't like a lot of things, so when they like something, I'm like, oh, this must be good, like, it stands out to me, you know, and I trust their opinion more. Even if I don't agree with the thing they don't like, I trust that they're honest.
Don't try to just follow what you think public opinion wants to hear. Be true to your own opinions, and if you have something worth sharing, people will stick around and listen to it. Don't be concerned with your subscriber counts when you're first starting out. Be concerned with the quality of your content.
Don't care too much about the views. They are important, but like, they're not the most important thing. And you're gonna do well. Like, you're gonna grow, and you're gonna find a nice community there, and that's okay. And just keep doing what you're doing, and just be yourself.
Don't worry about like the bad comments. It doesn't mean anything.
Don't look at the negative comments. Yeah, I used to like feel sad about them in the beginning. Now I don't care. But in the beginning, remember, I was like,
I would coach you through it.
Yeah, I was like, they don't like me. And it was like, I had this need to be liked, but I was so young. And then now I'm just like,
I think for a long time I was a lot more reserved or whatever, and definitely doing YouTube has given me a thicker skin, and also has made me realize that it's okay to be like the weird me.
Have more faith in yourself. And I think that's advice I could still live by to an extent.
Don't ever try to be anyone else. That, I think it's really, like, it sounds like the most obvious advice, but people do it constantly. There's no one else that can be you. That's what makes you unique. No one else can be you. The more you can be you, the more you can stand out. And the more you try to be someone else, the more you get lost in the shadows.
Take care of yourself. It's going to be okay.
I have a way of catastrophizing. So I would take a opportunity or a possibility that could be on the horizon, and I will either talk myself out of it or catastrophize it to the point where it even if the thing happens, I've been so stressed in the lead up that it zapped the fun out of it.
I think a lot of times you doubt yourself and doubt whether or not it's going to go well.
Don't give up, because some of the times when we're having like mental health days and we're like, I just can't, I don't have it in me to film. Like, I wish I could just like give that Jane and Jaby a hug and be like, it's okay. It's just the tree in front of you is on fire, but step back and the forest is okay.
Understand your value. I said yes to a lot of things and I just agreed to a lot of things because I was just excited to do stuff. Is the return going to be worth it in the long run? So you have to really understand your worth and you have to understand your value, and you have to not sell yourself short, because I think too many people do that in the industry. And I think that's how we get to a point where studios can take advantage of people. The studios or the system and the industry will tell you, well, we'll just replace you. Like, all right, well then replace me. You're not going to get the same result. You're going to get something different. You may not be happy with that.
Look after yourself, first and foremost. Money is just a thing. It comes and goes, and you'll be all right.
Whatever you're stressed about, in a year, it won't matter.
Yeah, exactly. Chill
Often,
the frick out.
Yeah, oftentimes the things that we get wound up about don't matter in about a year.
Not even necessarily your abilities. Just have faith in whatever is meant to be will happen and it will work out. And if it doesn't, then move on. It wasn't meant to be. Or it might circle back and get you at a later date.
Yeah.